The title of this book is The Journal of Nissyen Edern. It is obtained during the quest Mournings End, Part 2. It is originally found outside of the Temple of Light and can be recovered in one's player-owned house bookshelf if lost. Journal of Nissyen Edern. I start this new journey as I start my new life. I leave behind all that I was as I take a stand for the elven race. It is my hope that we can at last find peace with our misguided brethren and return home. To stay here is to condemn ourselves to an eternity of chaos. To this end, we must each do all that we can for the greater good. Year 0, Day 1. The Death Guard is an old and honorable society, and so I have enrolled. I have one more day in the city before I go training. I was speaking to my brother Eyston. He was telling me of the research he has been doing on the Undercity. He thinks he may have found the location of the old Grand Library. It is a shame his research will never amount to anything. No one will ever enter that place. The seals were placed on it over 2,000 years ago by Seren herself. He asked how my historical study of the Eastern Realms was going. I did not have the heart to tell him. I will wait until tomorrow. Year 0, Day 2. I have put the last of my affairs in order. Eyston begged me not to go, telling me that I should stick with my research. I think my big brother may have had his nose in a book for too long. He does not see what is happening to our people. We must regain our heritage if we are to survive on this world. Besides, if I am ever to know anything about the Eastern Realm, I should go and see the land myself. This may be the last night I spend in the home of my ancestors. Year 2, Day 2. It seems a shame to have lost 2 years from my journal, but I can understand the need for secrecy. I am told that when the subjects covered in that last portion of my journal are no longer an issue of security, the pages will be returned to me. At least I finished training. I'm told that my first assignment will be in a human city. I wonder what they look like. I was able to get an hour free in the city before leaving my first post. I found Eyston in the same library I had left him in 2 years ago. It was good to see him again after such time, although his research led him to some absurd conclusions. He thinks that one of the 9 seals to the Undercity is broken, though I am sure there are too many safeguards for such to be true. I wish I had more time for him. This evening, I camp on the peaks of Arandar. Tomorrow, I report for my first day in service of the Death Guard. Year 2, Day 3. The induction to my new post was poor at best. I was not even assigned a bunk. The rest of the day was spent in a watchtower, occasionally getting attacked by pigeons. The humans are so different as I thought they would be, although they live like animals. Year 2, Day 6. I have been kept very busy in the guard duty over the last few days, and this is the first chance I've had to make an entry in my journal. I have bad feelings about the work I undertake. It seems to me that any task that requires us to treat other beings as poorly as we are treating these humans can only come to ill. But we must each do all that we can for the greater good. Year 2, Day 7. I have spent my day in the pointless exercise of chasing sheep about with a big wooden device. After wasting all the shots, I tried putting vials of dye into it. In the end, I only succeeded in breaking the device. I have been told that I will be doing paperwork all day tomorrow. I cannot do as much damage in the office, I was told. Year 2, Day 8. Today was quite something. I got a promotion. It looks like those years of study paid off after all. I am now in charge of collating all the historical data we are collecting in the excavation site. While filing some papers, I could not help noticing lots of fragments from an old page. Putting these pieces together revealed a message. Saren's light will open the doors. Her crystal is but a filter. It seems no one else had spotted that before. I think I have earned the respect of my colleagues today. Year 2, Day 10. For the last 2 days, I have worked cataloging all the findings. Then today, a messenger turned up with a document requesting that all materials from the excavation site should be returned to Prifddinas. I wish I could join them on that journey. I hope my brother is well. There is a rumor going around of a great human who reopened the Well of Voyage, and in the process of doing so, banished the crazed mage. I wonder if this has anything to do with the prophecies. Year 2, Day 17. One of the slaves escaped and ran off down the southwest cavern today. He was found some hours later in a small crevice, rocking back and forth, repeating over and over again, "No shadows get me." It looks like I will be the one to go look for these shadows. I just got my orders to take a team and investigate the tunnel. I am to be briefed in the morning. And we've reached the end of the Journal of Nissyen Edern. I hope you guys enjoyed that. That was an interesting book. That our character is fulfilling a sort of elvish prophecy. I think that may end up tying into the RuneScape 3 lore of the game. I don't know anything at all about that lore. I'm strictly an old school player, but if anyone wants to fill in with some Prif lore in the comment section, please feel free to do so. I'm sure everyone would be much obliged, myself included.